All right, we are looking at, this is CC2, and this is section 3.1.2. Okay. And number 3-22. All right, so we have a probability problem. Focus. And our probability problem is asking us, it says Lynn has a bag of beads that contain 10 glass beads, 7 metal beads, 15 plastic beads, and 3 clay beads. So then for each part below, if this is the part to keep in mind, if the bead selected is replaced before the next drawing, what is the probability that Lynn will pull out A, and then A, B, C, and D? So first of all, probability. Remember that probability is always written in a way that shows you the desired outcome over the total possible outcomes. Okay, so it's the probability is the desired outcome over the total possible outcomes, right? So if we go to A and it wants to know the probability, and I will write A, rewrite it, the probability of a metal bead, and we can use that as parentheses, probability of a metal bead. So that's a notation. First of all, desired outcome. How many metal beads are there? There are 7. So it would be a 7 over, and then total outcomes. So how many total outcomes? Well, how many beads are there in the bag, right? So there's 10 plus 7 plus 15 plus 3. So that gives me a total of, let's see, that's going to be 35. So it's 7 out of 35, right? And then that can actually simplify. 7 goes into 7 and 7 goes into 35. So you can either write 7 over 35 or it would be 1/5 if you simplify it. Okay. So that's the probability of getting a metal bead. Now, the thing is it did say in here for each part, if the bead selected is replaced before the next draw. Okay, so why did they put that in there? Because at this point, we want to know for part B, is our total different? The total possible doesn't change. The total is still going to be 35. If I wasn't going to replace the bead, like if once I draw 1 and I don't put it back in the bag, my total would be 34. But because I'm replacing it, putting it back in the bag, my total stays 35. So that's why they put that in there. So part B says, what's the probability that the bead is not plastic? Okay, so not plastic. All right, so we know for sure it's out of 35 because that's the total beads, because I put back the bead that I chose in A. But not plastic, well, let's see, we've got glass, metal, plastic, and clay. So if there's 15 plastic, then that means the rest there are not plastic, right? So we add up the rest, we would have 20. So there's 10 plus 7 plus 3 is 20. So there's not plastic would be the 20 out of 35. And then that also can be rewritten or simplified because you can divide top and bottom by 5 to get 4/7. Okay. The last one, C. What is the probability of glass or plastic? So C, I'm going to rewrite it. So probability of glass or plastic. So again, my total is still 35 because I replaced the beads as I'm going along. So the total hasn't changed. It's still 35. So glass or plastic? Well, there's 10 glass and 15 plastic. So together, it's 25. You add them in this case. So there's 25 out of 35. And again, we can divide top and bottom by 5. And in this case, it'd be 5/7. All right. There you go.